deep within a person's mind, there are many seeds brought from past lives, all stored in the alaya consciousness. While we can exert control over them to some extent in the present, when the time is ripe, they will inevitably manifest. Therefore, it's crucial for us in our daily lives to act cautiously in terms of our actions, speech, and thoughts. It's wise to sow more positive seeds and fewer negative ones. The Buddhist psychology divides human mental functions into the 8 consciousnesses, which are the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, mano vijnana, and alaya vijnana. These 8 aspects represent the functions of a single mind. The 8 consciousnesses work together seamlessly. When our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body touch various things, like people or objects around us, seeing things, hearing sounds, smelling scents, tasting food, speaking and moving, these are called the first 5 consciousnesses. They're simple. They just let us know what's happening around us. The first 5 consciousnesses are merely about knowing and perceiving. The consciousness executes commands and actions or speech to express or convey the emotions or thoughts of the 6th consciousness. They usually finish their job in less than a second. These consciousnesses are like emotionless robots, doing their tasks without feelings or emotions. As for thoughts, judgments, memories, decisions, and emotional responses to the surrounding environment, they occur in the 6th consciousness. For instance, when your eyes see a clock, they recognize it as an object. As for what time it is now and what needs to be done, these fall within the scope of the 6th consciousness. It starts creating mental scenes and objects from the movie of the first 5 consciousnesses, adding text or sentences, subtitles, and narrations with emotional expressions. The 6th consciousness can also recall an accident from 10 years ago or imagine scenes from tomorrow's work meeting. The first 5 consciousnesses and the 6th consciousness are pretty straightforward, but the 7th and 8th, the 2 subconscious ones, are harder to observe. Especially the 7th, the manas consciousness, acts like a puppeteer behind the scenes, manipulating our preferences and dislikes in the 6th consciousness. The 7th consciousness clings to the 8th consciousness, thinking it is the self. When decisions are made by the 6th consciousness, it revolves around the self, leading to the arising of 4 afflictions: egoism, self-centered views, pride, and attachment. The 7th consciousness is always concerned about whether its identity and status might be challenged by others, if it can achieve work goals, if there are more wrinkles on the face, or if it has gained weight. All these various worries of the 6th consciousness are caused by the 7th consciousness. In the supermarket, there are 5 robots and 2 friends forming a management team to describe the functioning of the 8 consciousnesses. Each of them has their own role. The first 5 consciousnesses, represented by the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, hands, and feet, are the 5 robot attendants stationed at the entrance of the store. They are responsible for interacting with the outside world, handling products, and assisting customers. The 6th consciousness serves as the store manager, handling the internal affairs and giving commands to the robot attendants. Robot 1 to 5. Doing business out front are the eye consciousness, the ear consciousness, the nose consciousness, the tongue consciousness, and the body consciousness. These are our senses, and they interact with the outside world, constantly giving us information about the world around us. They collaborate with the sixth consciousness, also known as the mind consciousness, akin to engaging in commerce, accepting what's beneficial and rejecting what's not. When in favorable conditions, desires arise, akin to buying. In adverse conditions, rejection is akin to selling. The astute Manas acts as a behind-the-scenes manager, the owner of the supermarket, overseeing its profit and growth, exerting influence on the store manager, the sixth consciousness. The owner of the supermarket has a mystical secret, the Alaya consciousness, akin to Pandora's box. It records every action of the supermarket, daily sales, inventory, cash flow, good or bad, all recorded like a flight data recorder, black box. Similarly, it stores every greed, deceit, slander, jealousy, friendship, love, happiness, gratitude, disease, setbacks, and torments, awaiting future fruition, much like Pandora's box, storing these emotions and experiences until they bloom in the next life. At night, after the supermarket closed, the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, hands, and feet could relax, no longer engaging with the outside world. The mind sometimes couldn't sleep and continued to dream. Meanwhile, Manas and Alaya didn't rest. If there was an issue, Manas would immediately wake the sixth consciousness, mind, to investigate. We need to learn to observe our inner selves, to understand that beneath the conscious mind causing commotion, there exists a defiled consciousness, yet it is not our soul. In Buddhism, there's no concept of a soul, but for the sake of understanding, here we temporarily refer to the deepest consciousness as the soul. It's something we've never encountered before. The defiled consciousness stores all our emotions and habits mentioned in Buddhism, be they cultivated in this lifetime or inherent within the storage room, the Alaya consciousness. Alaya contains various information about our soul since time immemorial, including the experiences of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind when encountering the external environment, such as good or bad, right or wrong, happiness or suffering, and so on. Whether virtuous, non-virtuous, or neutral, regardless of their magnitude, the Alaya consciousness diligently safeguards all of it. These habitual seeds will determine the state of our future existence. The question is, what have we stored in our Alaya from childhood to adulthood? It's mostly a mishmash of chaotic thoughts, a plethora of negative information. In summary, it's what Buddhism refers to as the 5 poisons: greed, anger, ignorance, jealousy, and pride, as well as various unwholesome actions stemming from these afflictions. For instance, the 3 unwholesome actions of the body: killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. The 4 unwholesome actions of speech: lying, divisive speech, harsh speech, and idle chatter. The 3 unwholesome actions of the mind: covetousness, ill will, and wrong views, and so on. These are like poisonous seeds stored in the Alaya consciousness. Without repentance and purification, when the right conditions mature, these poisonous seeds will start sprouting, eventually bearing poisonous fruits. How could this possibly bring happiness? Only wholesome actions bring happiness. If unwholesome actions accumulate, negative habits become stronger, leading to more suffering. Wanting to smoke when troubled is also a mental habit. Addiction is formed by continuously repeating and reinforcing certain thoughts and behaviors regarding something, slowly and imperceptibly. The karmic imprints from past lives are stored in the Alaya consciousness. Some can be changed through present efforts, but most are not easily altered. The seventh and eighth consciousnesses never rest. But if you want to change the eighth consciousness, you need to start from the seventh consciousness, because the self-attachment in the seventh consciousness deeply governs the eighth consciousness. Within the law of cause and effect, there's a me. I create actions, and I receive their results. This concept of me is given by the seventh consciousness. So when the seventh consciousness shifts, the eighth consciousness follows suit. The first 5 consciousnesses only have intuition without words. The sixth consciousness can carry words. It can think. It can learn. This is crucial. It can learn the truth from past sages and wise beings. It can make correct thinking to tame the seventh consciousness.